What's up, YouTube? Xanthoses here, and today we have a review of the third Infinite Warfare DLC map pack. We are going to be reviewing Infinite Warfare Absolution, and I've got about 2-minute gameplays against bots on each of the maps and domination, just so I can kind of show you guys around the map, running around, kind of what the map is all about. So the first map here, we're on Ember. Now, Ember is a remake of Resistance from Modern Warfare 3. I was a huge Modern Warfare 3 fan. I'm sure you guys know about Modern Warfare 3. And Resistance was a pretty good map in Modern Warfare 3. And it plays pretty well here in Infinite Warfare. I played this bot match, obviously, and I also have played all these online before against real competition. And Ember still plays good. It plays kind of just like Resistance. Obviously, the jumping factor is just a little bit different, so it can change it up a little bit, but for the most part, Ember is a solid map, and the way we're going to be doing these ratings is I'm going to give each map, including the Zombies map, a ranking out of 10, and so the total score of the map pack is going to be out of 50 points, and I'm going to give it a grade. And so my score for Ember is actually a very high score, 9 out of 10. I was a Resistance fan for the most part, and I'm a fan of this too. Solid remake of the map, and it gets a 9 out of 10 from me. And as you guys know, there are 5 maps in each map pack, and this map pack, Absolution, includes Ember, Permafrost, Bermuda, Ember, Permafrost, Bermuda, and 4, as well as the radioactive Zombies maps. So now we are on to Permafrost. Now Permafrost is absolutely a terrible map, and there's really no other way to say it. This map reminds me so much of Downturn from Modern Warfare 3. It is Downturn 2.0, the way there's just kind of crap like everywhere. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's just like objects everywhere that get in your way and that you get stuck on and that ruin your jumping and that like fuck with your mantling. It's really just not a good map at all, and there's nothing good that can be said about Permafrost, and I don't mean to roast it that bad, but it deserves it. It really is a remake of Downturn. Right there you see how there's just like crashed objects. It's kind of like an earthquake happened. And I just don't like that. It's not good when there's like a bunch of crap and like everywhere in the map. And I'll read you guys the description of Permafrost. They say, set within the chill of a frozen city skyline, Permafrost lets players stick to the ground and pick their plan of attack in one of 3 main lanes. They will traverse the map, moving from street side to train station and hobo village to rec theater house and the small tight quarters map. So it says it's a small tight quarters map here, but it really just doesn't play like that at all because it's really like wide, and it is kind of it does have your classic COD layout map in a sense with the 3 lanes. All COD maps typically are laid out with like 3 lanes. You got your middle, left, and right, but there's just too much crap everywhere and too many objects that you just get stuck on everything, and it really just ends up playing horribly with people kind of sitting back, which is not what you want at all. So this map scores a 3 out of 10 for me. Permafrost is by far the worst map in this map pack. Now we are going to be moving on to 4. Now 4 looks really cool. It's kind of like got a couple different sections. It's got like a mini golf course. It's really, it looks cool, but the way 4 plays is just not good. It plays very, very slow. There's some close quarters parts like right here, but 4 is such a big map that it's really hard to just find enemies. When you end up playing this map online, you'll see that there's just a ton of camping. There's all these different areas like high and low areas, and it's a massive map, and it's just full of campers, and it doesn't play well at all. And for that, I really have to give score a 4. I have to give 4 a low score of 5 out of 10 because it just does not play well. It just plays slow and campy, and that's all you can say about it. It's really, really hard to find people on this map. However, 4 looks really cool. I love the colorfulness of the map. One other thing I hated about the last map, Permafrost, is how gray it was. This map, at least, is very vibrant. It's very colorful. It looks pleasant. It's visually appealing, but the way it plays is just terrible. And I'll read you guys 4's description from the map pack description. In 4, the only thing miniature about this large map is the golf courses players will be fighting in. 4 features great visual variety as players swing around the sights and sounds of areas that brandish magical forests, giant creamsicles, and elevated castle walls. So yeah, guys, this map is actually a mini golf course. You can see the little putting greens everywhere, which is really cool. That is a cool idea for a map, but just poorly executed. The design of the map is just terrible, and I'm not a fan of this map at all. So far, of the 3 maps, I've only really been a fan of one, Ember, which was a remake of the Modern Warfare 3 map Resistance. So 4, you get a 5 out of 10. Now we are going to be moving on to our last map, Bermuda. And now, guys, Bermuda, let me tell you, is a great map. Really like this map. Played it a couple times online and had a great experience each time. I just like the way this map flows. It has a lot of close quarter sight lines here, as you'll see. And it just flows really, really well. And there's like kind of a lot of roofed in areas too. So players can't always just jump as high as they normally can, and the design of this map is also really cool. Once I get on the right side of the map over there, you'll be able to see it's kind of like a crash ship near the ocean type of map. There's a DLC map in Modern Warfare 3. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, where that reminds me so much of this map. It's just kind of like fishy and rusty everywhere, and it's really a cool design. And this map plays great. The flow really works in Domination, and it also plays great TDM. And I haven't played any of these maps in Search and Destroy yet, so I'm not sure how those will go. As you can see, there's the map layout right there. And I'm going to actually give Bermuda a 7 out of 10. Solid map. Not the best map I've ever played, obviously, but it's very solid DLC map. DLC maps are very hit or miss, kind of. And this is one that I really think they hit on, and it's visually appealing and it plays well. If one of the 2 is missing, then it's just not good. And so, out of our multiplayer maps, we've had 4 maps, and our scores were 5 out of 10 for 3 out of 10 for Permafrost, and 9 out of 10 for Ember, and we got a 7 out of 10 here in Bermuda. So now we're going to move into the last piece of this map pack, which is, of course, the Zombies map. We cannot forget our good old friend Zombies here. We love zombies, and the Zombies map is called Attack of the Radioactive Thing. Yes, very interesting name here, Attack of the Radioactive Thing. And it's kind of like a nuclear-based map. You'll see what I'm talking about. Instead of the clowns, you know how normally there's like a clowns round or like a dog round, like in Black Ops 1 and Zombies in Spaceland, we have the clowns round. And the clowns round here, you get these green mutated sea monsters that are really just disgusting. When they run at you, it like kind of freaks you out. But this map, I played it a couple times, played a couple public matches with it. The farthest I made it on this map so far is like round 22. Still don't know all the ins and outs of the map. I know like where the power is, where all the perks are and stuff, how to get Pack-a-Punch open, but I haven't really worked on the Easter egg or any of that stuff yet. But this is a very cool map. I enjoy the scenery of this map. Reminds me a lot of Nuketown, clearly. And as you'll see, it starts out black and white, and then it kind of gains color later, which is interesting. I've never really seen that in a Zombies map before. I thought that was really cool. And it's just a solid Zombies map. So overall, Absolution DLC, the Zombies map gets a 7 out of 10 from me. So that is it. We have all 5 of our scores. So the first map we reviewed, Ember, got a 9 out of 10. The second map we reviewed, Permafrost, got a 3 out of 10. The third map we reviewed, 4, got a 5 out of 10. And then Bermuda, our fourth map, got a 7 out of 10. And Radioactive Thing, our fifth and final Zombies map here, also gets a 7 out of 10. So if we add those all together, we got a total score of 31 out of 50. So in conclusion, this is a very average map pack. It's got some good maps, got some bad maps. If you enjoy the DLC maps, you're someone who gets totally bored by the old maps, then buy this. If you normally don't enjoy the DLC, you want to enjoy this one. Very average map pack. So that's all I had for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like if you did and subscribe for more content. This is your boy Xanthosis, and peace out. And those are the green freaky things I was talking about.